The first step of our grooming routine checklist is to wash hands. First, we turn on the water to get our hands a little bit wet. Next, we push 1 pump of soap into our hands. Then, we scrub to form bubbles. We continue to scrub our hands with the soapy bubbles, making sure to get the tops, bottoms, and sides of our hands, as well as in between our fingers. Once it's been about 30 seconds, or if we've sang the happy birthday song 2 times in our head, it is time to rinse our hands with warm water. Once all the bubbles are off our hands, it is time to dry our hands. We can use paper towels, a hand air dryer, or a hand towel to dry off our wet hands. The second step on our grooming routine checklist is to wash face. Once we pump our face wash into our hands, we are going to rub the face wash into our skin using our fingers. It's important that we cover our forehead, nose, cheeks, and chin. Once we see only bubbles on our face, it is time to rinse our face with water. Finally, we can dry our clean face with some paper towels or a hand towel. The third step on our grooming routine checklist is to brush teeth. First, we squeeze some toothpaste onto our toothbrush, about the size of a pea. When we are brushing our teeth, it's important that we brush all parts of our teeth: the front, the sides, the tops of our teeth, the bottoms of our teeth where we chew our food, and also behind our teeth, the parts we can't see. Having a mirror to look in while you brush your teeth is very helpful. It's also very important to scrub your tongue with your toothbrush to get rid of any bacteria. Brushing our teeth should take us about 2 minutes. Now it's time to floss. As you floss, it's important that the floss goes in between each of your teeth. Be gentle when you do this because pushing too hard with the floss can cause your gums to bleed. The fourth step on our grooming routine checklist is mouthwash. First, we pour a small amount of mouthwash into the cap or into a small cup. Next, we will rinse and swish the mouthwash around in our mouth, being sure not to swallow it. Then, we will lean over and spit out the mouthwash into the sink. The fifth step on our grooming routine checklist is to clean ears. Very gently, we will twist and turn the end of a cotton swab in our ear to clean out the earwax. The sixth step on our grooming routine checklist is to clean glasses. If you wear glasses, it is now time to clean them. Using an eyeglass wipe and some eyeglass spray or cleaner, we will gently wipe the left and right lenses of our glasses, wiping away any dirt or smudges. Before moving on to the second half of our grooming routine checklist, it's important to check yourself in the mirror. Looking for anything on your face, leftover toothpaste or face wash, and making sure you are ready to move on. The seventh step on our grooming routine checklist is to brush or comb hair. If your hair is short, a comb would be a great tool for you to use to style your hair. If your hair is long, a hairbrush would be a great tool for you to use to style your hair. Brushing the knots or tangles out of your hair is another reason we use hairbrushes. The eighth step on our grooming routine checklist is deodorant. When we put deodorant on, we go up and down 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. If our deodorant is a spray, we spray 1 short spray for 3 seconds under each arm. The ninth step on our grooming routine checklist is to clip or file nails. As we clip our fingernails, it's important to only cut the white part of our nails. This is at the tops or tips of our nails. Gently squeeze the nail clippers together with the white part of your nail in between the sharp clips. If you need to file your nails, you will use a nail file. Gently move the file side to side along the top of your nail, where you see the white part of your nail. As you do this, your nail will slowly become shorter and shorter. The 10th step on our grooming routine checklist is body spray. When we put on perfume, cologne, or body spray, we spray one small spray on the front of our shirt. This will keep us smelling fresh. The 11th step on our grooming routine checklist is makeup. If you wear makeup, you may start with foundation. This foundation color cream can be spread evenly all over your face. After foundation, we can put on makeup powder to soften any shininess. Last, we can put on some mascara. Mascara gets put on our eyelashes to make them look darker and longer. The 12th step on our grooming routine checklist is lip balm. Our lips can become very dry and chapped, so it's important to put lip balm on our lips to keep them moisturized. The 13th and final step of our grooming routine checklist is to wash hands. First, we turn on the water to get our hands a little bit wet. Next, we push one pump of soap into our hands. Then we scrub to form bubbles. We continue to scrub our hands with these soapy bubbles, making sure to get the tops, bottoms, and sides of our hands, as well as in between our fingers. Once it's been about 30 seconds, or if we've sang the happy birthday song 2 times in our head, it is time to rinse our hands with warm water. Once all the bubbles are off our hands, it is time to dry our hands. And now you are all clean and groomed today, ready to take on whatever comes your way. Others will have positive or happy thoughts about you because you took the time to practice your grooming routine checklist. That is something to be proud of.